How we doing, everybody? Tim from Ski Rex Media once again. Coming off of last week's program, the four-way conversation with Tech Rob, our number one hype man here at Ski Rex Media, Scooter, also part of the PA contingent, and Brian from Instagram, also a New Englander. That was pretty awesome, but this week we're back to just me, all by myself, giving my thoughts, feelings, opinions, and everything else on some kind of new whatever. Whatever happens to be in the news, and or just random thoughts or whatever it is. And this week it is something in the news. We're going to talk about a local story, a story local to Vermont. You could say, Tim, why would you talk to something local to Vermont if the audience isn't just in Vermont? Well, that's because this is eventually going to become something for everyone. This is going to affect everybody around the world at some point or another. But before I get into it, let's do the shameless plug part. For those watching the video version, you can see I'm dolled up in the camo print, not camo print, but the camo background Ski Rex Media logo on the pocket, new t-shirt. New stuff available at the brand new Ski Rex Media merch shop. Check that out if you are a fan. We just had a few things go out. One to Brian from IG and one to another friend of mine from Las Vegas, Michelle, Turkey Red. I've brought her up on this program before. Actually went to her son. But they picked up some stuff. Do you want to pick up some stuff? skirexmedia.com or skirexmediamerchshop.com. Links for all that at Skirex Media. And in the description below, yes, shamelessly plugging my merch. Check that out. Won't you please see what you like there? Now, with that out of the way, we can get to the story. Look how quick I kept that this time. Usually it just rambles on and on and on because I never know exactly what I'm going to say. So I just kind of let it fly, let it flow, and that's what we get. And now we've gotten out of that quick. So we'll just keep going here on to the topic. So this one's about a week old, actually now. Last week, it was on the 5th that this all went down. The state house, not the Senate, but the House, a part of our legislature here in Vermont, unanimously voted. Wow, what a trip up on that word. Unanimously voted on a bill, the S2E37 bill, to ban the PFAS chemicals. The PFAS is how it looks like when it's written. PFAS chemicals. The perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl. I probably butchered how those say, but anyway, these chemicals are bad news for the most part. You see them in a lot of things. It's chemicals. It's a class of chemicals. It's a group of different chemicals. And you could say, why does it matter? Why am I talking about chemicals as if I'm some kind of chemist? Because I'm not, because I couldn't even say the two words. I had to put them up on screen as I was butchering them. So why would I talk about that? Well, Vermont unanimously, the House, it was already gone through the Senate, the state Senate, I believe. If I read that correctly, the House voted unanimously to ban these chemicals for manufacture, distribution, and sale in the state of Vermont. And again, why does that matter? Because these chemicals are found in many of our common ski waxes. Now, have these chemicals been banned before in places? Yes, that's nothing new. They've been banned all over the place. But not yet have they been banned in ski waxes. Also, for the first time in the U.S., they have been banned in carpets and rugs. And this new bill that's banning all this stuff that I think really just has to get a few things ironed out. The way I understood it, they got to iron a few of the little things out, get the governor to sign it, and then it's done. Shouldn't be long. Shouldn't take long. Well, then again, I don't know. I really don't know how efficient the Vermont state government is, which is kind of stupid because I live here. I voted for people. I paid attention to it, and yet I don't know how long that's actually going to take. But hey, you know what? It's COVID-19 still. Who knows who's working and whatnot. In any case, these have been banned. These chemicals have been banned in other things before. And now in Vermont, it's in fire extinguishers, except where federal law requires them. Again, I don't know about the actual chemical makeup of fire extinguishers or the chemicals within fire extinguishers, but Not supposed to be manufactured after this is 100% said and done. Not supposed to be manufactured, distributed, or for sale in products in the state of Vermont unless federally required. So who knows? Also, I believe it was in food packaging, like I said, carpets and rugs, and now ski waxes. And that's where, even though I was so quick through the shameless plug, now we're quick, not so quick getting to the point. That's where we're talking about it here. Banned in ski waxes. First state in the U.S. Not sure. Didn't think to look up if there were any countries that already did it, already banned it, or other states, states. However, countries break themselves up into states, counties, just their city governments, whatever it may be. I don't know about anywhere else in the world that's done this, but in the United States, we now have Vermont, the first state. Vermont, where I grew up and where I reside currently, has now done this. Now, why does it matter if we banned it in ski waxes? Well, it's not good stuff, apparently. Science has found that this stuff doesn't break down, and they find it in water all over the place, and ground tests all over the place, and people tests. People can have this in their body. It's just something that's laying around in your body. It's not good. Obviously, the human body was only meant to take in food and water and air. That's it. We literally pollute our bodies all the time. Not that I'm trying to get preachy about it. I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to drink. I've polluted my body with a few things over the years. Not drugs, though. Never did drugs. Just not my thing. No, not shaming or judging anybody else who does it. I don't include marijuana in hard drugs. If you smoke that stuff, there's definitely worse things you could be doing. And some would say drinking is even worse than that. But that's for a whole other session. I don't even know why I'm taking that left turn. Why? Why would I do that? I don't know. But these things are not good. They're not good for human health. They're not good for animal health. They're not good for the environment. Or there is evidence to support that. And Tim from Ski Rex Media, friend to the environment. So we want to get this stuff out of the ski wax, because your ski wax, you're skiing, you leave it in the snow melts, it now gets into the groundwater, and now becomes an environmental problem. So we want to get rid of this stuff. What could that mean, though, for the industry? Honestly, it's not like it's new. Locally, it is. But like globally, again, I don't know countries specifically, other countries that have, or parts of other countries that have specifically dealt with this yet. But the FIS, the International Ski Federation, Ski and Snowboard Federation, the big dogs when it comes to World Cup competition and Olympic competition and competition all over the place for the snow sports, they've already banned the use of wax in racing. They've already done that, or the use of these types of waxes, these waxes that use the two words that I can't pronounce very well. So if you're watching the video version, I'll flash them again. And if you're just looking, you'll figure it out. You'll know what I'm talking about, because you just will. I hope you will. You can look it up. I'll put it in the description, maybe. I've already written the description and haven't even posted the episode yet, and I'll still go back and put it in. That's the kind of nice guy I am. In any case, the International Ski Federation, the big racing governing body, competitive governing body, skiing and snowboarding, they've banned this stuff already because of the environmental impact and the human health impact and the animal health impact. It's already gone, so for them. So will it affect industry at street level? Probably, in a way. You see, there's some of us out who don't do our own waxing. I just don't do it. I don't have a place to do it. I've never really learned how. Over the years, I've never really taken the time to learn how. Nowadays, I don't have a place to do it. You all know the drill, so I take it to the shop and let them do it. $29.95. Throw down a wax, a sharpen, done. Now, with anything like this, these waxes are very common. These chemicals in wax are very common, or so it seems. So new waxes, without these chemicals, they have to hit the market. And now they have to be used. Now, these are out there. We've seen them. Mountain Flow Eco Wax, I believe it's called. We've seen them. I think it's a vegan wax. Plant-based. Doesn't have any of this stuff. Environmentally sound. Human sound. Animal sound. It's already out there. Now their business is going to go up. and any other, wax manufacturer that makes a non PFAS wax, their business is going to go up. But since making the waxes this way is new, it kind of is, and for the new brands, they are new, and the companies that are established with making these, they are new, so these might cost a little more. I did a quick search. It depended again on how much you bought, where you bought it from, what name was on it, obviously, but it was a little bit more expensive in different places. Again, this was a quick search through Google, and I looked this up. So it just means that in the coming seasons, when this ban goes into effect here in Vermont, again, this is local to Vermont because we're the first state to do it. It also brings me around to jokes, which I will get to. So it really does mean the price will go up a little bit for a wax job if you pay for it or if you buy your own wax. And I don't know who makes it. I forgot to write it down, but there is a manufacturer and there might be more than one by now, but there's one in particular I'm thinking of. It comes in a red box, I think, red with silver embellishments on the box. It's a one-time, one and done, forever wax job. It's not a wax though. I don't know what it's made from. I forget exactly what the idea was, again, the manufacturer, but you lay this stuff down on it once, on your skis once or snowboard once, and that's it. You're good unless you really gouge a piece out of it. And a repair, application has to be done, but generally speaking, you could ride this stuff forever. You should be able to. Forget what it's actually called. Forget who makes it. Don't know if it has these chemicals in it. If it does, then, well, you're not getting it done here. You'll have to get the Bandit and the Snowman to sneak that stuff over the line, eastbound and down style, man, Smokey and the Bandit style. You'll have to have them bootleg that shit in because we can't have it if it has those chemicals. And that's the best joke I have, is a Smokey and the Bandit joke. So if you don't get it, go watch the movie, then you'll get it. Honestly though, playing around, kidding aside, it might bring up wax job prices a little bit, and out of pocket cost if you do your own waxing for a little while here, because they won't be able to ship it either. You won't be able to buy the older stuff or the PFAS stuff, stuff that contains that on Amazon and have it shipped here. They got that nailed down too. That's how the world works. That's how logistics works for the most part. It just won't happen. So here in the Vermont, as if people haven't been hater enough on the Vermont this season as it is, your wax jobs might go up, but then again, they might not. Because these alternative waxes, these more environmentally and health friendly waxes, have already been out for a season, at least a season. I remember seeing something about the Mountain Flow last season. I think it debuted last season. Maybe it was the season before. These are going to start coming down in price anyway, and they're going to have to because their popularity is going to go up. And yes, it's true, popularity can drive price up, but it can also drive price down, because if it becomes popular, then more will have to be manufactured, and then the techniques to manufacture will be easier. Whatever materials they use, they'll now be able to get cheaper because it is in demand. While demand can drive prices up, it can also bring prices down. Yes, that's not really economics, but it kind of is. Look at me thinking I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I really don't. And I've never lied about that. But you may have to pay more for a wax job for a little while here in Vermont. What will it mean for the skiers and riders here? That's all it's going to mean. You might, for us here, or you'll have to run down to Massachusetts, over to New York, over to New Hampshire, out to Quebec, when the border reopens, once and for all, to get these waxes. If those states haven't banned them by then too. It's true, they might as well. Once one state does it, man, people, especially in this age of environmental protection and people are more conscious, to the point where it's now become a battle of who's more environmentally sound. You got the push for the electric car, environmentally sound. You got people saying it's not environmentally sound enough, or it's not actually environmentally sound. There's a battle to see who could be the most environmentally sound, who can actually be Captain Planet. I would love to be Captain Planet because he had some of the best one-liners in cartoons. I'm not even going to lie. Dad jokes, as we call them now, but it's only going to be better. We're scientists, chemists, are fairly certain these things are not good. Not good for the environment, likely to be carcinogenic. I'm sure the products that have these have the, I mean, I'm sure you've seen on some things the warning about how the state of California has found this to be carcinogenic, and it's worded in many different ways, and usually only pertaining to the state of California, which really doesn't do anything for us, but they ban stuff like this all the time. Over there, much different over there than it is over here. So it's going to be better for the environment. Like, we know that wherever you land on other environmental issues, if you can take chemicals out of the environment, it's only going to be a good thing. Or reformulate chemicals to be able to be more environmentally friendly. We know that's all good stuff. We know that's good stuff. So how will it affect, skiers and riders and the industry? Like, it'll be a pain in the ass for the industry a little bit at first, which these things always are, because now, any of the shops in state, as soon as this thing goes into effect, for sure effect, like final effect, it's signed by the governor and they give them the time period, like, take your stock and get it the hell out and then bring in new stuff. And I'm sure, the best business people out there, the ones who really know how to run their shops and run their, whether it's a retail shop or just a ski shop, for maintenance, waxing, edging, repair, that kind of thing. Whatever it is, they're already starting to bulk up. They see this happening. It's got the one step to be signed by the governor, and that's it. So they're already making their orders and trying to figure out how to get rid of the old stuff. In fact, if you want to get your hands on some cheap wax in Vermont, is probably where you're going to want to do it. Because right now, as they see it coming, can't sell it, can't manufacture it, which I don't know if there's any wax manufacturers in Vermont, but you never know. I've been in this state. I lived here most of my life. I end up driving around parts of the state that I had never been to and find a friggin' piece of some big ass industrial building that makes something that's actually a national product. So you never know what you might find traveling around. I will say, I do know about things like Burton out there and Ben and Jerry's out there and Cabot out there. Except Cabot's funny. If you blink, you'll miss the town. It's a small town. As I recall, I haven't been out there in a while. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the dairy's the only thing out there. But not really the point. The point is, what was the point? The point was, when it comes to manufacturing or sale or distribution, they have to get rid of it before. That's what I was saying. Don't you love it when I forget what I'm saying? Isn't that great? That's the biggest drawback to rambling on and just kind of free flow talking, is that one can lose their train of thought. No, it really just means that if you want cheap wax now might be the time, because they're going to have to put all that stuff on clearance. I mean, it's that time of year anyway, spring into summer clearance, but they're going to have to put those waxes on clearance to get rid of them before they're not allowed to sell them, to get their money on them. And then the business owners are just going to be bringing in the wax. And, even like the mountains, who have their own shops, whether it's privately owned or owned by the mountain, they're going to be bringing the stuff in for sale and for use in their own maintenance. So there you go. Kind of a silly, simple topic this week, because really, what does it matter? This was going to happen anyway. Even if the stuff wasn't banned, people have, in my opinion, become more environmentally conscious, more health conscious in the 21st century. So as wax manufacturers, either new or old, come with more eco-friendly, more eco-friendly, or more health-friendly products, they're going to be used. That's just the way it is. That's where we are. That's technology. That's what it is. So there you go. Keep an eye out for it if you live here in Vermont. That way you're not accidentally, if you happen to listen to skirexmedia.com and you run a shop, keep an eye out for that, because you might have a problem if they catch it on your shelf. And again, some things have to be ironed out, and I'm sure the phasing out of the old products is part of that. They're not just going to be like on a Friday, hey, it's done, it's signed, we've banned stuff containing these chemicals. You have to have it out by Monday afternoon. We'll give you Monday morning, but Monday afternoon you got to have it go. They're not going to do that. Nobody would do that. So be advised, if you have it yourself in your home, that probably won't matter. Just use it up and, just know that'll be the end of it. And then start really sampling those eco-friendly waxes, man, because that's the way it's going to be. And like I said, unless you can get someone to bootleg that stuff up here because it's a wax that you like, that you prefer, man, don't even try, because Smokey and the Bandit was fiction and they were running Coors. So there you go. I don't know. I don't know, man. What do you think? Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Do you not believe in saving the environment? Do you think some of this stuff is overboard? I don't know. I'm a friend of the environment, so I say get it done. Why not? Doesn't hurt me, doesn't bother me. And like I said, what's my $29.95 wax going to go up to? 32? I'll deal with it. I really will. Or I'll start learning to do it myself and buying a bar of wax. Instead of for $10, it'll be $15 for a while. It sucks when prices go up, but even I can say it's just a little bit. Right? Right. I don't know. I just don't know. But you know what? I live here and I agree with, environmental protection the best you can. And this stuff can get ugly, apparently. So let's get rid of it. Right? Right. Anyway, thank you for listening or watching, depending on what you did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it got you thinking. I hope that it maybe, I don't know, got you in Vermont, gave you a little news update. I don't know. I mean, it's already been in the news for like 6 or 7 days. I just happened to run into it, and I thought it was interesting. And since I lived here, I said, why not go for it? It's something to talk about in the summer because ski news is a little slow. And you could say, Tim, that's not true. There's stuff all over the ski news, like the lift news, what lift is going where, who's building new lifts. Yes, Loon is getting their 8-pack bubble chair this season, or to be ready for next season, I think. It's coming. It's going to be one of the fastest lifts in the country. Running at, what did I see it was? So many feet per second, whatever it is, the math takes it out to about 12.25 miles per hour. So that's pretty quick for a lift. So that's pretty nice. Get those people up there at Loon. Others and other mountains are going to follow suit as they need to bring these up, to move their 6s to 8s, move the 4-person chairs, the quads to 6s, the 6s to 8, put bubbles on them. Yeah, we could talk about that too, but there's lift news going all over the country. Squaw Valley and Alpine Meadows, they're setting up to build their cross lift from Alpine Meadows to whatever squaw will be named when that's finally done. Did that ever get finished? You'd think I would know that. I would have known that. If that happened, I'd know about it. Or if not, then I really need to get on my game, probably get some more sleep so I don't miss these things, right? But anyway, I could talk about that stuff. I could talk about, people taking the losses they take during COVID. We knew that was going to happen. Some of the news out there right now isn't even really news. They're struggling. They're just throwing anything out there. There's lift projects going on everywhere because it's that time of year. There's, business issues all over the place. There's some mountains being taken over, the operation from others. Blue Mountain in Pennsylvania just got a new operator. I just ran over it quickly down there in the Poconos. Some people hate that mountain. Some people love it. I didn't mind it, but I think Tech Rob said he hated it. But then I was just there on a whim on, whatever. I really didn't explore it, maybe. I don't know. That's the best part about it, though. But then again, it's like I always say, you'll never be able to pick you always see the top 10 best mountains, but you can never actually stand by that because one person's favorite, they say is the best, could be someone else's most hated. And that's how that goes. Yeah, there is a lot of news, but it's a lot of news, in my opinion. I'm trying to find you something. So I went with something I could go with, and that was local, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation of it. Maybe not. It did seem kind of slow and boring, didn't it? If you got this far, though, I appreciate it, and I thank you. Head to Ski Rex Media to keep up with Ski Rex Media. Subscribe there. That should work again. And follow Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, skirexmediamerchshop.com, and skirexmedia.com will get you to all of this, and check down in the description. Right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. #watching. And I will see you next week for a new topic, maybe one that'll be a bit more exciting. Who knows? And then, we'll see where the summer takes us. Right. Later.